everyone. I'm Jagjyot Kaur and I'm back with another Alumni Spotlight interview for you, where we invite alumni who are currently working in the field to share their experiences and suggestions that they will have for the students. Today, we have with us Zainab Badri, who graduated from Centennial in 2019 with an advanced diploma in food science and technology. And currently, she is working as a QA specialist at Marine Canada Production. Uh, Welcome, Zainab. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for your grand welcome, and I'm doing great to be speaking with the college student. I feel like I'm back to the college, and it's a good feeling. Like I'm back, and I'm really happy to share my experience with the new students coming up. So it feels really great for me.
I'm sure students feel the same because, like I've mentioned in my mail too, like students are always eager to know what's going on in the field, actual field, what employers are looking for, what experiences you had, maybe things that you didn't do, or maybe you did, and you think that was something would that suggestion would help students to secure a job or enter the field. So we'll be talking about all this, and I would like to start by asking how your journey has been in the field, how life has been after you graduated.
Sure. After I graduate, like it wasn't a fairy tale, I would say, but however, like I got my first job after 7 months of job hunt. So the first and most important thing I would say is like it will take time to get your first job, and I landed my first job in 7 months through a LinkedIn reference. And then I worked there for 3 months, like as a quality assurance technician, and it was a food manufacturing industry was producing frozen food. And I would say that I have learned each and everything. It is not a large scale industry, but it's a medium scale, and I was able to learn everything. So I also want to put that thing in the mind of the students that you don't have to aim for the bigger industries at first. Go small and learn everything, and then aim for the bigger one with all the knowledge that you get from the small scale industries. Yeah.
Yeah, so like taking small steps.
Small steps is always good. Yeah.
You said you got your first job via LinkedIn reference. Can you like elaborate on how that happened?
Oh, yes, of course. So we had a guest speaker coming in like me. At that time, the person whoever was a guest lecturer in our college. So I sent him a request on LinkedIn, and then he saw my profile. And after 7 months, so like it's nothing like you will get tomorrow or something, like it can come up from any time. So he said that we have an opportunity if you would like. I was like, for sure, why not? So, the thing is, you have to be interactive with the professionals on the LinkedIn. You never know when they like your profile or like something about you. Keep asking questions on and keep seeking professional help, and that way you can land your job. That's the
So
thing.
maybe you were very interactive and very active on your LinkedIn, I guess, that
For
way.
sure. For sure. I was very interactive.
So how do you send out like messages? Like what is your format of reaching out to students, not students, I mean the employers?
I would say the first thing we need to learn as a student is to be professional. Very, very, very professional in your messages. Even if you're messaging, you have to be up to date. You have to write very short sentences, but very professional. And you have to explain that why you are deserving in the market today. You have to explain that you are selling yourself, so you have to sell yourself properly. That's what you need to learn. That's the thing.
Yeah, and like when you message someone on LinkedIn, do you like start a conversation with how you doing, or you just like put the first message that talks about what you have done, what you're seeking
Yes.
for, what you think you're good at?
I would say that students should make one format
Mhm.
which suits everyone. They can send the same message to all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course they have to change the name,
Mhm.
but they have to write a message very professionally saying that what you have studied. And I don't say how are you or something like that. Just say hope you are doing well, and start with the direct message line saying that what I need from you, and your help will be really appreciated. You also have to appreciate a person when you're seeking help. So that's how I go to the people, and it's not like all the people are negligent. There are some people out there who wants to help the newcomers. I personally believe that I will help the newcomers. Whoever wants to come, they can message me anytime on LinkedIn, and that way there are more other people like me who wants to help people, the new student especially.
Yeah. Also, what's your typical day at work as a QA specialist?
It's a very dynamic and challenging environment that I'm working in right now. So Premium Marine Canada is a importer of documents. They are working for the private labels, and I am doing customer complaint management on the daily basis. So we have 3 to 4 complaints. I do the management, I investigate the problems, and most of our packers are offshore. So we have to have all the investigation gathered from there. Apart from that, I'm involved in the first production protocols. Our company is growing, so we have first production every week, and I'm involved in that. I do vendor onboarding for Loblaws, Metro, and Sobeys. I'm also involved in the first production. Our company is growing exponentially, so we are having first production every week, and that is very exciting because we have plant trial, first production, and we follow all the protocols. Above that, we are also doing vendor onboarding for the Loblaws. So I am reviewing all their HACCP programs, BRC. That all the things that we are doing is for the Loblaws, and then the Loblaws approve the product. So that's how it is. So we are the third party in between the supplier and the customer, and we join them in a quality wise. So that's a very exciting role.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it sounds very extensive. It
And
like you have a very busy day.
the good thing about all is like I get to travel the world. So
Oh,
yes, I have a business trip from my workplace, so I can go to any other country for that. So that is a boon.
I think I'm looking for a job like that.
It's pretty interesting.
What is one skill that you would suggest students developing while they are in college?
I would say that my professor told me when I was a student, Professor Parvez Youssefian, maybe you might know him. He told us that you need to introduce quality in your life to be a quality technician. That is a very big thing. You have to have that quality in your mind. Otherwise, if you will go to the food manufacturing industry, there are people who want to turn your mind that, oh, we need production, we need quantity, and it's very difficult to fight for quality. So when you have introduced this in your life and in yourself, this is a very important skill that you can introduce in yourself, that I will look for quality no matter what. So I can say, yeah, that is the strong mentality you need
Maybe
to be
like never
technician.
settle for least, like said.
Oh, exactly, yeah, of course.
So you mean that you should know what skills you have, and you should always like aim for that, aim for
Yes.
the quality that you think you can provide. Not because if you know that you are overqualified for something, you should not like go for it. Is that what you mean?
Yes, kind of. But I also want to say that when you are on the floor in the manufacturing, there will be 100 people who will be against you. I cannot say against, but they are for the production, they are for the quantity. And you are the only one person who is standing there for the quality. So you need to have that skill how to tackle those 100 people and raise your voice for the quality. So that skill you need for to be a quality assurance technician.
Um, Students are always looking for ways that they can become more compatible for the jobs that they're going to apply. So meaning they're trying to understand what certificates that will help them secure a job, what training that they should go through maybe while they are still in college. So what are your suggestions on that?
I would say go for BRC training for sure. First in hand, whatever it is, you go for BRC training, and it is, I think it is one of the thing that was in my resume that land me my first job.
Mhm.
Go for BRC, go for SQF. That is the pivotal thing to get the first job. And it's also good to make yourself understand how manufacturing works. So I would say BRC is the best. SQF is really good. They can also progress to HACCP certifications. The more HACCP certifications they have, HACCP 1, HACCP 2, their chances are more to get
And
in.
what platform would you suggest using for getting these certificates? Any particular platform?
HACCP, I would suggest go with Gulf University,
Okay.
or they can go with NSF.
Mm-hmm.
It's good too. BRC, I did in apps.
Sorry?
Uh, I did my BRC from apps, which
Uh,
was in-person training at
mhm.
that point of time before COVID. So everything was in person. So I did my training from there, and I think it was a very nice course. You have like 4 weekends course, and then you get certification, but you have to give an exam to get the certification. So only the deserving get the certification, and it's really, really good program over there. If you want to go, go ahead.
Also, when you look back at your journey now, you think you might have went through some challenging phase, and they might have like built you more stronger and better person. Like, can you share one of those challenges that you think you overcame and became a better person in terms of like professionally?
Yeah, sure. I think the most challenging phase of my life was during COVID. I started my career in COVID. So 2020 February was my first job I landed in, and everyone was there at work and everything was going fine. That was not that much pandemic going on at that point of time, but after few months, the whole office was empty. There was no manager, no supervisor. It was just me, a new person with all the loads on the shoulder. And I was running here and there. I was calling people. I was doing all the things at the same time. It was horrific at at the time. I was feeling frustrated, and I was feeling, of course, you have that pandemic going on, and you are having the professional, I think, critics. But at the same time, when I came out of that, today I feel like I'm because of that phase that happened to me. Like I did everything after 3 months of my career.
Mhm.
I did everything. I did customer complaint management. I started doing BRC. I just got my certificate of BRC, and I was implementing BRC. So that was great. Yeah. I feel very strong after that challenge actually.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in that. Every difficult phase makes us stronger and a better person.
You are
Yeah.
right. You're right.
My next question would be, were you a co-op student while you were at Centennial?
No, I didn't opt for co-op. I straightly graduated. So I didn't.
But now that you compare your journey with maybe if you had friends who had co-op, do you think that they had a benefit over you guys because you didn't have co-op and you had to like go do job searching on your own?
Um, if you will see in a long term, that won't make a big difference. But in short term, yes, when you're starting, there will be a difference. They will get job easily than you. But as a non-co-op student, how you can compensate this is by reaching out to people is the first thing, and the second thing is getting more certificates to stand out in like 100 applications. If you have this certificate, I don't think you are less than a co-op, because I got my job without co-op, so anybody can.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not against co-op again.
Like always so if you might know this, students are always contemplating if they should go for co-op or not. So that's the reason we want to understand your opinion on co-op. And
Yes.
because now that you are in the field, you have entered without in the field without getting the co-op. Maybe students who haven't opted co-op, they're always feeling a little scared. Maybe that without co-op, they might not enter the field. It will be difficult for them. But like you said, this encourages students and gives them a hope that even if
So
they don't co-op, they can still they'll have a smooth journey like
yeah,
others.
saying in the short,
Mhm.
where I work in Premier Marine Canada, we have
Mhm.
both people who are coming from after co-op and people who are coming directly after graduation. So
Mhm.
everyone is here. So there is no difference, but it's your choice how you want to start your career. Some people want co-op, some people don't. It's okay with you as long as you are comfortable.
Mhm. Now that you have also been through the whole job searching experience, what is one job portal that you think is best for applying for jobs or seeking employers?
Uh, LinkedIn and Indeed, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I got my second job from Indeed, and I got three interviews from the Indeed at the same time. So for me, it works Indeed, but for some people, it's LinkedIn. It's not like I cannot say that there is a taboo that okay, people always get a job from LinkedIn, but you never know. You have to apply everywhere. Go everywhere. If you want to get job, just apply. That's what I say. All the students.
Also, you mentioned initially during the interview that there was a 7 month gap between you graduating and landing on the first job. So did you like do anything else during the 7 months that maybe helped you build your profile?
I did my BRC certificate in those 7 months.
Okay.
Yes, and I also did my SQF. I got my labeling certificate. I got Six Sigma Yellow
Mhm.
belt certificate. So I was working on myself. I was like a duck who was paddling underwater. But yeah, that's why I think I got my job with the certificates and everything. Yeah.
One thing that you think everyone should have on their resume, or a secret code, maybe a secret recipe of having a perfect resume, what would that be?
For quality professional, I would say you should have all the terminologies that you have studied in your lectures,
Mm-hmm.
pre-operational, allergen swab. As long as you can put everything over there together, you have high chances. So whenever the HR or recruiting agency is viewing your resume, it depends on the word that been caught in the software. So you have to mention all of it. Whatever you know, just keep it there.
So when they're looking at it, it's just like a quick scan and they see those terms, and that's when they know that you
Yes.
are familiar with that.
And the highlights is very important. When whatever you put in highlights is the best thing you can do.
Also, highlighting certain points on your resume.
So the first thing should be your highlights. The first top
Oh,
of
okay.
resume should be highlights, and it should say what are your highlights.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, my highlights is vendor onboarding.
Mm-hmm.
What is your highlight? What is the best thing you can bring to the company? That is your highlight.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
My last question to you would be any advice that you have for the new graduate, and what is the right time to start applying for jobs?
I have actually written down the advices. The first advice is don't miss any classes. Don't miss the lectures. I
Mhm.
haven't missed the lectures, and it has given me so many knowledge, so much skills from the lectures and labs that I've got. I cannot even tell you. And I'm very grateful for the professors in Centennial College. They were amazing. They've helped me a lot. So stay in touch with your professors and don't miss lectures.
Mhm.
Uh, you should always know your next steps as a student. Not you don't have to plan next 5 years, just plan for next 6 months, but you should always know your next step, where you are going and where you want to go. uh, Also, you have to study the market. People don't know where they stand, and if you don't know where you stand, you will sell yourself for less. So
Mhm.
don't ever do that. Study the market, how much you can get from the market when you're applying for the job.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by studying the market?
For example, if I'm applying for a job as a quality assurance technician for the first time, and I got a job. Okay, wow, I got a job. So how much is offering? $17. No, no, I'm not selling myself for $17.
Mhm.
Study the market. What is the market value for your knowledge, for your experience, for the time that you have given in labs and lectures? Don't settle for less. People are settling for less, and that's why the market value of quality assurance technician is going down in today's time. So the new students should understand what are their value is.
And how do they do that? How do they know that what's the best pay that they should get?
They have to study the market. They have to go to the people. Uh, ask for professional help anytime on the LinkedIn. Just
Mhm.
write it down. I'm applying for this job. Do you know how much should I get it? Just write a post. There will be like 15,000 replies, I guess. So people are very much interested in helping, right? Like in these days. So just keep a post. Go to any other professional who has had the same um, profession. You can ask her or him that how much you are getting. I don't know, it's confidential, I understand, but you can always go
They
for
could
help.
always give you an idea, if not the exact
Yes.
pay. Yeah, makes sense.
That's the thing. I already told that they have to be interactive with professors and professionals on the LinkedIn. They have to put value to the resume, Jagjot. The way you asked me that, what are the things they can put on the resume they can stand out. That was a really good questions.
Mhm.
Really good question. I liked it. So I I already told you that what they need to put on on the resume to stand out, and they can put all the things that they know and they feel that my resume will go up, maybe 50 applications if I
Mhm.
put this, then of course do that. Never stop learning new things, I would say. You have to learn new things every day. Be very active to learn new things every day. I know it's not easy and it's not comfortable, but just keep your mind open to everything. Right now I'm still learning. I have Canadian Food Inspection Agency CFIA website on my desktop. I always open it if I have any concern, because it's a science field and you are going to be a future scientist, and you cannot know everything. You have to learn each and every day, and that way you will become a better person and professional individual,
Yeah,
right?
like learning never stops, even if you have a job right now. It
Yeah,
always goes on. Hmm.
yeah, that is true. So I guess that's the thing. That's all advice I have written, and it's, yeah, 5 advices.
I loved it. I love all the insight that you have given today and advices. I'm sure students will make note of it. And I'm sure that every experience that you had, other alumni have, that will contribute to the decisions that students will be making as graduates or maybe whilst they're still studying.
Exactly.
Start working on any certificate that you have suggested and other alumni have suggested. So thank you so much for that.
And I also want to put one more thing, that whoever is listening to you, my name is Zainab Badri. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn anytime if you need any professional advice. Please do that for yourself.
Yes, for yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the only person who can help you right now is yourself, putting that courage to go out and meet people and to interact with people, to
And it's
make
not
that
easy.
connection.
And it's
It's
not
not
easy.
easy, but
I'm
yes.
telling you. And I'm like, most of us are immigrants. And
Mhm.
it's not easy to put yourself out. You don't know how people are, how people will react. But go out of your comfort zone, only then you will feel courageous.
Mhm. True.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes, with that positive note and suggestion, I would end this interview and I would like to thank you again for giving your time and advices, and I'm sure that students will benefit out of this.
Of course, thank you so much for having me, and I feel really glad to be back in my college. I feel like that, and you're an amazing, amazing host.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. We'll be back with another interview. Stay tuned. Bye.